I work in the building.
What do you do?
I'm an architect.
Impressive. You up close, I tell you, you look marvelous, darling.
Thank you very much.
It's fabulous, you know, and for me, I would rather look good than to feel good, and you know who you are. George.
It's the architect, man. I think we all know and envision how this fight will probably end up between Canelo Alvarez and Amir Khan. I think it's a little something like this. We all see this as almost 100% chance that the fight will end with Amir Khan stretched out across the mat. But here's something. Canelo Alvarez has far more cons than pros when it comes to public perception and personally what it will do for him. Now the thing is, his pros are a sure bet, and they're very good for his pockets. But I believe, as true fight fans, we all kind of don't really give him respect for this fight justifiably. Like, just as a fight fan, someone wants to see a competitive fight. We all want to see him versus Gennady Golovkin, of course. But, this fight reminds me a lot of him versus Josecito Lopez. Now, no disrespect to Khan. Khan does have a lot more skills than Josecito Lopez. So, but, according to what we've seen, Canelo has improved as well. So, really, is it going to be that big of a difference? Especially, we all know Khan's chin isn't like that. And that's the problem. That's the setup. But one of the major setups is this, man. Canelo Alvarez has to destroy him. He has to destroy him. He has to get this guy out of here in 3 rounds. No more than 3 rounds. He's so much bigger than Amir Khan. He has good speed. He attacks the body. He goes to the head. There's no way we can envision Amir Khan, really getting in there and, doing anything to him. But if Canelo doesn't treat his training camp the way he should, if he doesn't treat Khan with full respect, I'm telling people, I'm not saying Khan's going to win the fight, but Khan can get in there and make Canelo look a little bit crazy at times. And that's what Khan wants. Khan believes if he wins the fight, it's great. The sky's the limit. He wins this fight. Oh, man, Khan's going to be doing all type of stuff. He's going to be demanding all type of stuff and whatever. But the main thing is he just wants to look good. I've seen in things where he says he just wants to, he wants to show how good he looks. He's really talking about, he's saying he can go win the fight, but he's not talking about I'm confident. I know I can beat this guy. I've seen stuff on him. No, I keep hearing him. He wants to look impressive. Even if he gets knocked out, he just wants to look impressive because Khan, ding, 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 hit the jackpot. That's exactly what this is what he's been waiting for. He's been waiting for the huge payday. He's been waiting for the exposure, name recognition. And so he can get this name recognition so he can start leaning on all the other 147 pounders. That's what this is really about for Khan. That's what he's been trying to get with Mayweather and Pacquiao and hasn't been able to get. He knows no one believes he would have probably, well, I'm not going to say no one. There's a few people who believe he could have possibly won those fights, especially as those guys started getting older. But I think, when it came down to it, the day before, nobody was going to, it wasn't going to be that much of, that many people, I should say, that were going to pick him truly deep down their heart if they had to put money on it. So let's keep it real. But, yeah, and if Khan has certain abilities, he has reach, he's got good speed. He can get in and out. He can, if Canelo, and this is what if Khan is on his A game and Canelo is tripping, I would still pick Canelo to win. But if Canelo, Canelo can get a little heavy if he doesn't treat this training camp very seriously. The worst thing that can happen, if he starts looking bad at any point in this fight, man, It doesn't look good for him. Another thing, man. They said that this team reported that Cotto will he's fighting at 155 because in order to defend the title he has to be over 154 pounds. I mean, they making any excuse, 54-pound limit. Although Cotto just defended that title weighing 153 and a half pounds. They're coming up with any type of excuse. We all know what this is. It's a money fight. It's also a fight where he can have major leverage over other middleweights. And it's going to be a big event. What they're trying to win is casual fans. That's it. They're trying to get over as many casual fans as possible because what is it? Golden Boy Productions. And just like all other productions, they're trying to get money. But, you look at De La Hoya's career. De La Hoya's been about that Skrilla, about that paper, about that bread, about that money. And that's what it's all about, man. Khan, man, congrats to him. This is what he's wanted for a while. He's going to make the weight excuse when he loses. But that's not going to hurt him, because we are going to kind of see it as that. Another good thing for Khan is he gets to avoid fighting Kell Brook. We all know, we keep constantly seeing him say it. That fight's going to be there. His father says that fight's going to be there. That fight is always going to be there because it's a British, UK, or whatever you want to say, event. That's what that fight is. It's always going to have its, I don't even know what to say. Just it's going to be a great event. And he doesn't want to lose to Brook. Let's just keep it real. He doesn't want to lose to Brook and then lose all, a lot of those countrymen over there, supporting him heavy. Because he loses that fight, his name is, he doesn't have anything else after that. He's just going to be fast hand Khan who can't win the big fights. I mean, honestly. And that, he's going to lose leverage, pay. Nothing else is going to matter. We're not going to really want to see the Danny Garcia fight after that. We're not going to want to see him fight Mayweather. We're not going to want to see him fight Pacquiao. And he knows that. So this is another opportunity for him to get as much money as possible and avoid Kell Brook. I believe he just wants to look good in this fight. He's going to gain a lot of attention and stuff. And he's going to, find ways to, get around Brook, win or lose. I mean, he's just going to avoid that fight as long as possible, man. But if he wins, which I don't believe is going to happen, but if he wins, holy smokes, man, it's going to be crazy. Amir Khan, to his credit, man, he stayed as relevant as possible. Thanks to a lot of the true boxing fans, he stayed as relevant as possible, considering he hasn't been what we see as a champion or a title holder of a, major alphabet title, WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO. He hasn't held one of those titles since 2012, man. Amir Khan is going on 4 years of not being a champion, and we still want to see him in good and big fights. And he hasn't really fought anybody, since then that would make us think to ourselves, man, we really need to see this guy. We just see him in exciting fights, and he's talked himself up to stay as relevant as possible. So, he's done a great job marketing himself. He's just got to get out there and prove something. But, Amir Khan, man, they're saying he's going to have enough power to keep Canelo honest. Man, get out of here with that nonsense. Listen, damn it, Cotto couldn't keep Canelo honest. And he's far stronger and harder puncher than Khan is. Let's stop the nonsense. Y'all tell the truth just like Canelo team should tell the truth. This is for money and bargaining rights, for leverage over all your other opponents that you see coming down the pike. That's all to it. Let's tell the truth. Amir Khan, one thing he could possibly even lose, that's his only advantage in this fight, is his speed. Amir Khan, talking about putting on muscle mass and getting heavier, if he loses a little bit of that speed, it's a wrap. Especially if Canelo rips to the body, which I think he should do. I wouldn't even go to the head. I wouldn't even go. I mean, for what? He doesn't even need to, man. He could use him as a punching bag. You know, Khan tends to slow down too. So at some point in this fight, he's gonna be able to rip his body up, man. And Canelo's a great puncher to the body. Like I said though, Canelo, man, Canelo play around and Khan looks good at all in this fight. You know, takes him, you know, to the mid to possibly the late rounds. I mean, it's gonna make Canelo look bad, man. It's gonna make Canelo look bad. Canelo can't be out. He got to take this serious. He's got to get him out of there in dramatic fashion. It will help him out amongst casuals, and it'll be exciting. Dang, it seems like it's always a freaking ambulance or something going on, but going past or something, a fire truck. But anyway, he's gotta look impressive, man. And yeah, let's see what happens. This is gonna be funny. This whole event's gonna be hilarious, man.